show right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of The Garage. Great that you can join us once again. And today, it's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Don't worry, I'm not really gonna do it. I'm gonna leave my clothes on, but it will get hot here today, literally. Now, my guest today is Anne Hake. Anne, nice that you're here with us. And she is with Continental's division Conti Tech. Now, she actually works for the Research and Development Department, the business unit that is responsible for elastomer coatings, which again focuses on innovative technical materials. Great that you're here. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. And I gotta tell you, I have no clue what you actually do. So you're gonna have to explain it to us. What did you bring along? What do you have to show us?
Thank you for having me here today, Chris.
Welcome.
Before I start, I would ask you, do you know how many energy is wasted each year by different industrial plants here in Germany?
Spontaneous? No.
Let me say it is around about 106 petajoules.
I still don't know what that means.
Okay, let me say it in this way. We waste, I would say, 750 million euros each year.
That's not only a lot of money wasted, I mean, that's so much energy wasted. Where does it go to? Where's it wasted?
Yeah, with heating pipes at industrial plants or with boiler furnaces or something like that.
But isn't there anything you could do to prevent that?
Yeah, there is. We invented a new material which is called Conti Thermo-Protect. And this material can keep the heat.
Sounds good.
I brought some kind of dough.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, we don't use dough for our Conti Thermo-Protect.
No.
What we do is we mix different kneadable compounds or materials together like this. Then we have to add the special ingredients, which is just air. So let me add it. Yeah, it's air.
Okay. So what's that gonna do though?
So we add the air, and then you will see we have
way!
Conti Thermo-Protect.
Look at that! A magic studio. Hey, okay, so what is this now?
This is our material, and maybe you can form some kind of a lid for this cooking plate I brought here with me.
Okay.
And I start the heat now.
It's kind of like making pizza.
Yeah, some kind of.
But you know what? I prepared something.
Okay.
Check it out.
Looks nice, so maybe you can form it around the plate. We have the heat from the cooking plate, you see?
I don't really feel anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next step?
The next step is to speed up the heat a little bit, or the temperature, and that is why I brought this heat gun.
So what happens exactly when you add more heat to it?
So what happens then with the material is, we say curing.
Ah, okay.
We cure the material with heat.
Okay.
It becomes a little bit more solid, but still flexible and soft.
So what happens if I touch it?
Nothing.
Okay, that's true. Just a bit of heat from the dryer right now. But other than that, you don't feel the heat coming from the bottom, from the actual plate, which is still on. That's crazy, that's amazing. Cool. What else can you do with that stuff?
We can also form some kind of spirals. So to show you that this material is really very flexible and that you can nearly insulate everything with that.
And since you were saying you could form just about anything out of Thermo-Protect, well, look at what I made for you.
Oh.
Look at that, straight from the heart.
That's
Isn't that
so
nice?
cute, yeah. Thank you.
And before you leave us, we need one picture.
Okay.
All right, there we go, give me that smile. Old school. There we go. Okay, so thank you very much, Anna, for your time and for the information. And ladies and gentlemen, you tune in again next time when it's, of course, time for another episode of The Garage. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.